Because there are a lot of tournaments coming up. You guys really have to start to think about a game plan when you are competing, okay? You don't want to react to what they're doing. You could go up against a better wrestler, you could go up against a good guard player, which no problem for us. Our passing game is pretty good, right? But you also have to be able to control the flow of the match too, okay? So, especially when I competed, especially like IBJJF, the Masters division, you've got black belts that have been black belts for 20 years, okay? I haven't even trained that long. I'm not as good as those guys, okay? So what I can do is use good control points and grips to be able to equal the playing field, okay? So this is what I've found that works pretty good. It keeps them in my closed guard unless I choose to open it. And also, it keeps them off balance a lot of the time because you do have control of an arm. And most people are right-handed, so by them using their opposite hand to try and pass while you have control of this hand, it's not a good look, okay? They're just basically surviving the whole time until you end up getting the position that you want. So first I'm just gonna start off with a simple sweep from this position, and then we're gonna lead into some other things, okay? So we've all seen the sit-up sweep where you uncross your feet, you come up, right? And we hit behind the tricep and bump them over to mount, right? Well, I'm doing the same thing with this one, except I'm just getting a 4-finger flip, right arm to right arm, so it's cross sleeve, okay? Now, what I like to do with this here is it kind of baits them into moving, but then they also don't really know what's happening. The thing that happens when I go to sit up is that they're complacent because I'm actually not engaging them with my hips just yet, right? When I sit up, I just uncross and I just basically sit with my hand right here. Just like this. I'm not pulling on the arm, I'm just keeping it right here. When I feel them relax and quit pushing into me is when I shoot my hips up. And before they know it, they cannot put this arm out to brace, okay? So I'm just gonna sit here with my head into them like so, right? And we're just sitting here. As soon as I feel him relax, I take him over to mount, okay? It's a big hip bump. Hips go straight into the chest. The line of the chest up to the armpits, okay? I still have the sleeve, right? So when I come to mount, I'm getting my points, but as I sit down, I'm pulling the arm across, getting my chest to the tricep. Here. I've got my 2 for the sweep, I got my 4 for the mount, and now I got my 4 for the back sit, okay? So that's what we're gonna look at for this first one. The sweep, the mount, the control with the chest on the back of the tricep, and the gift wrap to the back, okay? It doesn't always work out that way, but you can at least get the 6 with the 2 for the sweep and 4 for the mount, all right? Keep control of the arm, because that's what is gonna prevent them from being able to escape the mount, okay? Because you still have control of the one arm, they're not gonna be able to frame and shrimp with just one arm. Over here, I get my cross sleeve, okay? If he's pushing into me, just like so, this is fine because all I need to do is sit up at an angle, okay? Now he's not pushing into me, I'm just changing that angle, okay? I keep leaning into him. If he's just very relaxed from the get-go, then I just hit him with the hip bump. One thing I want you guys to think about though, this hand is gonna be out a little bit, okay? If I'm right here, he can reach with that left hand. Yeah, I put myself there before, it sucks, okay? Trial and error. So we're here. I just lean into him, okay? As soon as he relaxes, big hip bump, that's when he realizes he can't put the arm out to stop the sweep. And now we have our 6 points with the 2 for the sweep, 4 for the mount. I keep this and just push it across. Get the gift wrap. Climb the knee high. Now we got our floor for the back. Okay? One more time. Cross sleeve. I uncross so I can sit up. It makes it easier, okay? But if you do uncross and they start backing out, you have to be ready, right? So if he's backing out here, I'm still pulling on that sleeve and getting my feet into the hips. Most guys, they don't really back out. They're kind of like seeing what the hell is going on. So they sit there and start driving into you, put you back on your back. But some will try and back out. You just keep the sleeve and then look for that drag, okay? So we're here. I uncross and I sit up. Stay tight here. Knee comes up by the ear. You can even look at S mount, right? But I'm just using this here to take the back.
One thing on that back knee, you guys make sure your foot that comes across the back is close and sucked into like the bottom of the back. Because if it's flared out, you can't roll over as easy. So, yeah. Yeah.
So we're here. What he's talking about is when I bring the knee high, the foot stays against the back here. It traces the spine. If I sit like this and try and sit back, I'm putting a kickstand there, and I've seen people take the back like that where the leg's out here and my knee is like screaming at me even though they're doing it. Looks painful and sure doesn't feel that great. Questions? Anyone need to see it again? Remember, shoot those hips up. Try and shoot them above the nipples. That's like your, that's your line that you want to. Well, shoot them high. That's the point. Nipples on the shoulders. I knew you were unique. All right, guys, on 3. 1, 2, 3.